as I promised you, we are about to have a conversation about, somebody who's in the literary arts, because hapa tumekuwa shout out Mzee Ngugi wa Thiong'o, and I'm not by myself. I'm having this conversation that's going to feature gender roles and what's going on in that space and what society is saying about that and what our author is saying. So this is not somebody that's new here on Shivazations. He's been here before, but I'm just gonna let him say hi. Ukumbushe watu wewe ni nani, just for anybody who might have forgotten you.
Yeah, hello guys. Yeah, my name is Collins Tabalia Lele. I was there at Shivazations last month.
Yes.
And we were talking about the feminine woman.
Right.
So I think you can remember me.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome guys.
Karibu. Thank you so much for coming back to have this conversation. So, we were just paying an ode. On Friday, we normally do shout out a powerful woman. So today we've decided we're shouting out a powerful human. Yes, and our powerful human was Mzee Ngugi wa Thiong'o, because I don't think, Yani, that's just somebody we can't not talk about. So before we even go into anything else, is there a way that he impacted your life? Ama wewe ulikuwa tu he's just a guy, ni mzee anaandikanga vitabu. What was that like for you?
Yeah, for me, I celebrate the heroic nature of Ngugi wa Thiong'o. Because when I was in school, I read so many books of Ngugi wa Thiong'o.
Sindio.
Like, Ngugi wa Thiong'o is like my mentor in writing books.
Wow.
Like, I was looking up to someone
him.
like Ngugi.
Yes.
Who had wrote so many books.
Yes. Wow.
Now I'm at 15 books.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Mko in similar categories.
So I celebrate him.
Yeah, we celebrate his life. He left us with so much, and it just goes to it says a lot about legacy. You know, about what it really means. What does it really look like to leave behind a legacy? And in case you're wondering what kind of legacy you should be leaving behind, this is a good example. Okay, now pawacha niwasomee kidogo. In this book, I explore how modern society has systematically dismantled femininity by suppressing core traits like intuition and passivity. I argue that women are conditioned to prioritize rationality over instinct, which leads to a disconnection from their inner voice. This disconnection breeds confusion, self-doubt, and a struggle to make authentic life choices. I also challenge the misconception that passivity is weakness. Instead, I present it as a feminine strength, one that fosters empathy, harmony, and emotional depth, especially in relationships. So that is how far I'm going to go. Tunaweza endelea. There is so much that he has said.
Nice.
Yeah, and it looks beautiful. I would have to say that beautiful.
Yeah, this
cover.
feminine. It's feminine.
Very feminine. The pink, the yellow, and such a beautiful lady there.
The
making of a wife material.
The making.
Yes, from a man's perspective.
Yes,
there are people who argue, what do men know? What do men know? To be honest, in this society, there's the two genders that we recognize. And we can't dismiss men's opinions. In their experiences.
Everyone has preferences.
Yes.
An opinion.
True.
Yeah.
What are you most proud of about the fact that you finally launched this book? Because we did talk about it. We did talk about the things that you've written in here last time. But what are you most proud of right now that it's out?
I'm proud that, this material, I started making it last year.
Okay.
And now we did a show without the book last time.
Yes.
But now we have the book right now.
Yes.
At least you can touch it, you can feel it.
Yeah, you can see it.
And the content is very powerful for a woman.
And it looks easy to read.
Space. Any woman in any space.
Yes.
If you read this book, it will impact your life in your career, anything, any field.
Yes.
Not just marriage.
Not just marriage.
Not just relationships.
Yeah, we did say that last time. That it even helps you in your ability to be a leader.
To fulfill your purpose.
Yes. Even in whichever arena that you want to thrive in.
I mean that being feminine does not diminish anything.
Yes.
It makes you a powerful woman.
I love that. I love that. Woman. Yes, because I think there's a, you could say that you are celebrating femininity in acknowledging what femininity should look like.
Yeah.
Okay.
In its full potential.
Beautiful. But yes, you just recently had a book launch.
Yeah.
Yes, please tell us about that.
Yeah, last month when we were here,
the
Shivazations, I said I'm going to launch 3 books.
Yes, you did.
On 28th of May.
Yes.
Yeah, which I did.
Yeah.
We launched the Feminine Woman, which is here.
Wow.
Yes, the Feminine Woman.
Okay, that's beautiful. Yes.
I'll give you a free copy.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Mnasikia guys, Ebu become my friends on Shivazations. You want access to such beautiful books.
Yeah.
Now, what are some of the challenges now that you have added to your list of books, that somebody would have on the shelf? What were a couple of challenges just in the publishing process, or just, what did the process look like? Was it easy? Were there challenges, or nile tu umeandika unapeleka kwa printer, end of story?
No, I face a lot of challenges sometimes. Like I wrote the first content last year.
Okay.
This year again, due to I needed to add more content, especially on IQ and EQ and SQ.
Okay.
We talked about it last time.
We did talk about it.
Yeah, so I had to add that content in it.
Wow.
And make it more elaborate.
Wow, you talked about because of a conversation?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
So I had to edit that.
Okay.
And also when we were printing, it has taken like 3 weeks.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
To come out. It came out the last day when we were doing the launch.
Oh, wow. So you're like, you're not sure?
Yeah. I was
stress kidogo.
Yes.
Stress kidogo.
Yeah.
But finally the book showed up.
Because I had other books like this one. These are Christian.
Yes. God's word never fails.
Yeah.
Okay.
Patwakas. We were with you at Kingdom TV.
Yes, Kingdom. Yes.
Yeah,
so tell the people a little bit about this.
This is a missionary book.
All right.
I do missions
to
different places in Rwanda, Uganda.
Yeah.
Different churches.
Traveling the nations.
Yeah, just preaching different. These are 21 sermons that we have done over the years.
Wow.
Since 2023.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the theme for 2025.
Wow.
Patwaka's theme.
Okay.
2025.
All right.
That God's word never fails.
God's
it comes from my experience.
Yeah.
What my family was going through.
Yes.
And we came out of it. Now I wrote this. God's word never fails.
I love that. And I'm seeing here the Superpower God Within sermon from July 2023.
There are many sermons.
Yeah, the Inner Flow sermon. So that's an interesting book.
Yeah.
Let me just read something, an excerpt here. This is from page 86, and it says, God is sovereign. It just caught my eye. I opened it up.
Just read it.
Yes, God is sovereign and he controls everything. So this is what you have said. I have seen storms rise. I have watched people collapse under pressure. But never once have I seen God lose control. He is sovereign. He doesn't consult with creation to make decisions. He moves with divine authority. And if you understand this, you will stop panicking. God is not a man. He doesn't react. He orchestrates. He doesn't shift. He establishes. His will is not shaken by politics, a sickness, or economies. So I made a decision. I will fix my eyes on the one who controls everything, not on the things I cannot control.
That was the sermon on focus on God.
Wow.
Yeah, focus on God.
No, this is beautiful.
Yeah. This book has 21 sermons.
Yes.
You can read it.
Yes.
And you will feel, even me, I read it myself.
Yeah.
Because si ati nitakuwa na kwa akili every time.
It's timeless.
When I lose hope or faith,
I
go through the book.
Yes.
I feel again elevated in terms of faith.
Yes. Because these are testimonies.
Powerful. Yeah, they are powerful.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yes, and tell us about this one.
This one, I said I'm a growth influencer.
You did.
So my influence is to write books to influence people in different areas of their life. Yeah.
Okay.
So I wrote this one this year.
All right.
February, 3/4 rule.
So that's 3 months ago, Yani.
Yeah.
So what is that?
3/4 rule is where you should put your effort, time, and money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 3/4. So
75% of your effort, time, and money should go to that thing that you want to manifest.
Okay.
Yeah, the law of attention, attraction, and manifestation.
Wow, beautiful. Let me have
You can have it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So inatuambia too. So let me read here. This 3/4 rule book emphasizes dedicating 75% of your effort, time, and money to important priorities like faith, career, and business, relationships, and assets, leaving only 25% for basic needs. Rooted in the law of attention, attraction, and manifestation, it teaches that focused energy and belief attract desired outcomes. This principle aligns with biblical wisdom on timing and commitment. Where you invest most, you see growth. In business, reinvesting 75% accelerates success. In spirituality, dedicating 3/4 to faith-based actions brings abundant returns. Manifestation requires full commitment. Without it, nothing materializes. The Bible warns against a double-mindedness, James 1:8, and stresses guarding the heart in Proverbs 4:23. By choosing focus over distraction, you can create an effortless, abundant life, living comfortably on 25% while allowing your 75% investment to yield prosperity. The choice is yours, a scarcity or abundance through strategic focus. Wow.
Focus.
Wow.
You remember last time we talked about focus?
Yes, we did.
Like when you are in school?
Yes.
You focus on
school.
On school?
Yeah, just make sure that your most of your attention is in school.
When you are in a relationship, you want that relationship to work?
Yes.
You have to give it
time, focus.
75%.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you've broken this down for us.
It touches every sector of life, every area.
Wow.
Faith. Relationships, family, investment.
Yes.
If you invest 75%, it will manifest.
I love this.
Yeah.
No, this is a very beautiful. Wow. So now, how do you feel now that you've added more books to your shelf?
Yeah, I feel good that I will impact more people. I'll influence more growth this year.
Yes.
Because there's Grow Up 4. Yeah, there's a book called Grow Up 4.
Okay.
The other one was Grow Up 1.
Yes.
We have 2, 3. I can't carry all the books.
No, I understand. Don't worry. This is more than enough. For one show, this is more than enough.
Yeah, nowadays I have a list of the books.
Yes.
Printed in a poster.
Yeah.
So I just show it out.
Yeah.
15 books are many.
Wow.
Yeah, there are many.
And do you have a hit list? How many do you want to publish by the time we are saying now Collins is no more? How many? Do you have an idea, a goal in mind?
Yeah, I want to publish over 200.
Over 200?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
So I think tuharakishe basi, tuendelee.
Yeah, I think by the time I'm out, it will be 1,000.
1,000
plus.
I love that. No, that's quite inspirational.
So. Yeah.
I love that. You're doing well, following in the footsteps of this
Ngugi
gentleman here who started publishing in the 1960s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're still talking about his books, and his books were this size as well. You know, people tend to think
you just do editions.
Yeah, your book has to be so big in order for it to be. No. Ngugi wa Thiong'o's books nilisoma mimi, they were this size. Because we read them as set books in high school. They were readable, you know, because most people now.
You can look at that.
Yes.
The first sermon in that book. This one.
Yes, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, God's word never fails.
The first sermon, that's the second. That says Return to the Center.
Return to the Center.
That was the first book. It was 40 pages.
It was, what do you mean? Like you
40 pages.
40.
Yeah. This book is now 100 plus.
Yeah, I can see that.
But the first book was 40 pages.
And it was enough.
It was enough.
Because somebody actually, I think some of the most impactful content is content that you can go through in a short period of time. Yeah. It really depends on what you want to communicate. It's not about the size.
Yeah, but the point is,
yes,
when you are starting something, start from wherever place.
Do it manageable.
Like my book started with that 40 pages.
Yes.
And my writing.
And now we are here on.
But I've been just doing editions.
Right.
I edit. It becomes more and more.
Yes.
Mpaka siku itakuwa kama 500 pages.
And we're gonna love it.
Yeah.
We can't wait.
Yeah.
Yes.
So everything starts somewhere.
I love that so much.
So there's something called Society's programming.
Yes.
Yeah, I talked about it last time.
You did.
And in growth influencing, you can't talk about growth without first dealing with the programming or conditioning.
Yeah.
Because in growth, you need what we call a growth mindset.
Okay.
And also there is a growth lifestyle.
Right.
Yeah. So to overcome this, you must understand first the conditioning or the programming. And that's why now I decided to write another book on society's programming.
Yeah.
How the society is programming you since you were born.
Yes.
So that you know this, you will know that in this programming, this is why I cannot get what I want in this life because of this conditioning.
Yes.
So you need to overcome that conditioning or programming so that you can get wealthy, get whatever you want in life.
Succeed in your heart's desires.
Yeah.
Yeah.